lies that can be unfounded. I'm a big person in, it's all about the silence of it. And I know this is really difficult for younger people to hear this, oh, you shouldn't say anything, you should let it go. Like, no, we need to say something and defend it. But sometimes when remarks are put out there that are not true, when it's met with silence, people notice that, and that silence becomes a power move. It's the term that I use all the time with clients is jujitsu. That's taking your opponent's strength and turning it into a weakness. What's the best way to diffuse when someone flames you? You ignore it. It's no different than no contact, with someone who's bullying you, because it will make people say, why didn't you say something? Or why don't you just well, it's not true. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to waste my time with it. Like, that is a strategic move there.
So when do you know when you should respond and when you shouldn't? Like, even in the circles of friends who are like, oh, this person said this about you, and it's so wrong, and all they're trying to do is inflame and to be the center of attention. How do you apply the own it, explain it, promise it to just gossip that happens in the lunchroom?
If it is gossip and if it is wrong and people are talking about you, let's say, let's say a boyfriend or girlfriend or someone broke up with you and everybody's gossiping about it. It truly is powerful to not say anything. It's very difficult to do that, but this is where my parent hat comes in.
Right.
I have 4 kids who are teenagers. Okay. I have 2 freshmen, 2 junior, and a college senior. They've seen it all. Okay. They have seen it all, because I've seen it all too, because I've lived it all. And I always default and tell them default to, how are you the bigger person in this? Right. How are you the person that doesn't get in the mud? Because and part of the reason why that video that I did 2 days ago about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner, the piece that resonated the most with everyone, and I know this from the comments and from my DMs, is at the very end, I talked about when someone is going through a conflict and someone's spinning narratives and telling lies or gossiping, it's the person who's silent is the one that people know is telling the truth, because people who sit in silence in their truth are incredibly powerful. The people who have to fill with stories and stories become weak. And that's the language that I use with my kids. If you speak out and do this or jump into that fray, you're weak just like them. But how to grasp power is to be comfortable in the truth, that you don't even have to dignify it. And it works.